My name's Marcus, and I was working nights at this gas station in Bakersfield, California. You know, one of those places right off Highway 99 where truckers stop for coffee and energy drinks. It was raining like crazy that night, the kind of storm that makes you wonder if your roof's gonna hold up. Lightning kept flashing outside, and the thunder was so loud it shook the building. I remember thinking my mom would be worried about me driving home in this weather. She always calls when there's storms. Around midnight, the phone started acting weird. Instead of our usual dial tone, I kept getting these calls. But they weren't for us. People were calling about missing family members. The first call was this woman crying about her daughter who disappeared near some gas station in Nevada. She kept saying, "Please, she was last seen at a Shell station, the one with the red roof." I told her she had the wrong number, but she kept talking like she couldn't hear me. Then another call came through. Different voice, same story. Missing son, last seen at a gas station in Arizona. Then another. Missing husband in New Mexico. The weird thing? Every description they gave, red roof, single-story building, highway location, it all matched our place exactly, down to the stupid broken neon sign that only lights up half the letters. I tried calling my manager, but the phone just connected me to more desperate families, more missing people, all last seen at gas stations that sounded exactly like ours. My hands started shaking a little. This was getting really fucking strange. During a break in the calls, I decided to check the basement. We never really used it except for storage. But that night, something made me go down there. The stairs creaked under my feet. They always did that. Reminded me of my grandpa's old house. What I found down there still gives me nightmares. There was this room I'd never seen before, hidden behind what I thought was just a wall. Inside were shelves lined with personal stuff. Wallets, cell phones, jewelry, car keys, dozens of them. Some had driver's licenses from different states, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, the same places from the phone calls. But the worst part? There were security monitors showing live feeds from other gas stations. I could see people pumping gas, buying snacks, completely unaware they were being watched. A logbook on the desk had names, dates, license plate numbers. My station was listed as Coordination Hub B7. That's when I realized the phone calls weren't random. They were testing me, seeing how I'd react. At the bottom of the logbook, there was a note. Subject M. Rodriguez, night shift. Evaluation in progress. Recommend recruitment if compliant. Elimination if resistant. I ran upstairs and grabbed my keys. Had to get out of there immediately, but my car wouldn't start. The engine just made this clicking sound. I tried the back exit, but somehow I ended up at the front door again. Same with the side door. No matter which way I went, I kept coming back to the same spot. The phone rang again. This time, it was a man's voice asking about his missing brother, last seen at a gas station in Bakersfield, California. Red roof, broken neon sign. I don't remember how I got home that night. I quit the next day and moved back to Sacramento with my parents. But sometimes, when I'm driving late at night and I see a gas station with a red roof, I wonder how many of them are really just gas stations, and how many are something else entirely. The calls stopped after I left, but I still check missing person reports online sometimes. Too many people disappear near highway gas stations. Way too many. My name's Cade. I worked the night shift at this gas station in Mansfield, Ohio. Place is called Quick Stop. Been there maybe a year, you know? It's boring most nights. Just me, the hum of the cooler, and those flickering lights that buzz way too loud. I'd munch on pretzels, those salty ones in the big bag, and scroll my phone. Oh, and the coffee machine always smelled burnt, even after I cleaned it. Weird, right? Anyway, a few months back, the owner, this grumpy dude named Carl, put in this new loyalty card thing. Digital cards you scan for discounts, gas points, whatever. I didn't care. Sounded like extra work. Customers liked it though. At first it was fine. Then, stuff got strange. This one guy, Paul, he's a regular. Buys gum and Red Bull. Used his card one night, and next time he's back, he's chatting my ear off. Tells me about his sister's surgery, how he's broke, all this heavy stuff. I'm like, cool man, need a receipt? He ignores me, says he's got to drive to Blackwood Forest. Never heard of it. Thought he was just tired or something. But then it kept happening. More people, old ladies, truckers, teens, all using the card, then coming back all talky, spilling their guts to me. Every single one wanted to go to Blackwood Forest, some random spot 2 hours away. I'd nod, kind of freaked, but what could I say? One night, I'm bored, so I poke around the card system on the computer. Found out they've got RFID chips, track where people go, not just what they buy. And there's this weird bit about audio signals. Didn't get it, but it gave me chills. Like, were these cards messing with their heads? It got worse. Middle of the night, like 3 a.m., these groups started showing up. 5, 6 people at once, walking all stiff, like they're in a parade or something. They'd ask, all together, "Got any Blackwood cigarettes?" I'd say, "Nah, we don't sell those." And they'd stare, blank, creepy stares, then leave. Happened a few times. I told Carl, but he's like, "Never heard of that brand, Cade." Quit whining. I couldn't let it go. Felt wrong. So, one morning after my shift, I grabbed my flashlight and checked the woods behind the station. There's this dirt trail, all overgrown. Walked maybe 30 minutes and, holy shit, there's cars. Tons of them, parked weird in this clearing. Doors open, keys still in some. I saw Paul's beat-up Ford and that old lady's hatchback. Loyalty card stickers on every windshield. My hands were shaking bad. These people, they're gone, missing. I ran back, thinking I'd smash that card reader. But then I saw my employee badge, same chip as the cards. And I started remembering, or not remembering. Some shifts, I'd clock in. Then it's morning, and I got no clue what happened. Checked the cameras one night. There I am, pointing at a map, talking to those creepy groups. No memory of it, like I was part of it, controlled or something. I quit next day. Told the cops, showed them pics of the cars, but they said I'm nuts, no proof. Now I just sit home, lights on all night. I still got that badge, tried to chuck it, but I can't. Something stops me. Feels like they're waiting, you know? Out there, watching. I don't sleep much anymore, just listen to the crickets outside, wondering if they'll come for me next. His happened to me about 6 months ago. I still get weird about it sometimes. I was working nights at this gas station in Bakersfield, California. Nothing fancy, just your typical stop and go on the edge of town near the highway. My name's Derek, by the way. Been working there for like 2 years. The pay sucked, but my manager Jake was cool, and the job was easy enough. Stock shelves, run the register, clean up. You know how it is? Anyway, around March, things started getting, I don't know how to explain it. Different, I guess. Our supply trucks usually came Tuesday mornings around 9 a.m. Same driver, Mike, for over a year. Nice guy, always complained about his back. But suddenly we're getting deliveries at like 2 a.m. on random nights. Jake told me it was a new schedule from corporate. Made sense, I thought. These new drivers, though, they were weird. Never the same guy twice. They all wore these identical baseball caps pulled down low, and they insisted on stocking the shelves themselves, which was actually great for me because less work, right? But they were really specific about where stuff went, like obsessively specific. The first weird customer came in maybe a week later. This lady, probably mid-30s, bought some energy drinks and chips, normal stuff. But 3 days later, she comes back looking like hell. Hair all messy, dark circles under her eyes. She kept asking if anyone had been asking about her, if I remembered her buying anything. "No, ma'am," I told her. But she just stood there staring at the energy drink section for like 10 minutes before leaving. Then it happened again. Different customer, same thing. Guy bought some protein bars and a soda. Came back days later looking terrible, asking the same weird questions. I started paying attention to where the night delivery guys put stuff. They always placed certain items in specific spots. Always the same spots. Energy drinks on the third shelf, protein bars by the register, sodas in the back cooler. One night I was bored and picked up one of those energy drinks to check the expiration date. The bottom felt wrong. There was this tiny seam, almost invisible. When I pressed it, a little compartment popped open. Inside was this small electronic thing and a plastic baggie with white powder. My hands started shaking. What the fuck was this? I checked more products. Same thing. Hidden compartments in about 20 different items scattered around the store. That's when I started watching the security footage. We had cameras in the parking lot too. I saw customers who bought these specific items leaving the store, then just standing by their cars looking confused. Then these people would approach them. Friendly-looking people, like they were helping, but they'd guide these confused customers to different vehicles and drive away. I realized Jake always scheduled me alone during these night deliveries. Always. And he knew which customers came in regularly because he'd ask me about them. Has Mrs. Peterson been in this week? Stuff like that. The worst part? I'd been drinking coffee from our machine every shift. Free employee perk, Jake said. And I'd been having these memory gaps. Times where I couldn't remember parts of my shift. I thought I was just tired. When I tried calling the police, the line went dead. Tried again. Same thing. My cell phone too. Like someone was jamming the signal. I quit that night. Just walked out. Left my uniform on the counter and drove straight to the police station across town. They investigated, but by the time they got there, everything was gone. Different delivery schedule, different products. Jake claimed he never heard of night deliveries. Said I must have been stressed or something. I found out later that 3 people from our area went missing around that time. All of them were regular customers at our store. I work at a different place now, in Fresno. But sometimes I wonder how many other gas stations, how many other Jakes are out there. I still don't drink coffee from work machines. Probably never will again.